Welcome back. Today we are going to discuss about data architecture complexity. Many organizations have their big data infrastructure set up. It happens that we have a application for BI and analytics. So for that we will be having source as structured data. Then the data goes to data warehouse, and from that we extract the data into data marts by ETL process, and then the data get used by the analytics and PI tools. So the technologies which we use for this process, data analysis process, is Amazon Redshift, Azure Snappy, Snowflake, SAP, Teradata, Google BigQuery, IBM DB2, Oracle, Autonomous, and Data Warehouse. So next we will see data engineering process, where we have data coming from various sources such as structured, unstructured, and semi-structured. It goes to data lake, and ETL is performed, that is extract, transform, and load. Here if you see the data engineering role, the technologies involves Hadoop, Apache, Airflow, Amazon EMR, Apache Spark, Google, Dataproc, Cloudera. So as shown in the screen, it's a architecture of data engineering application. So next we are going to talk about streaming. Data engineer works on streaming data source. Stream from that data comes to streaming data engine, and then it is loaded into real-time database. The technologies involved are Apache Kafka, Apache Spark, Apache Flink. Apache Spark is a micro batch streaming application, means the data is not complete lively stream, it is in terms of batches of few seconds or milliseconds. Those time can be configured in Apache Spark. Amazon Kinesis is also a data source provided by Amazon to stream data. Azure Stream Analytics, Google Dataflow, TIBCO Software, and Confluent. Confluent is also a part of Kafka, created by a company. So we have streaming data sources, it can be multiple or single. Then we have streaming data engine, where data has been processed and the resultant data goes to real-time database. We also have a architecture for machine learning and data science. We use Jupyter, Amazon SageMaker, Azure ML Studio, MATLAB, Domino Data Lab, SAS, TensorFlow, PyTorch. So we have three kinds of data: structured, unstructured, and semi-structured, which goes to data lake, and the data goes to data preparation. From that we derive two streams, one goes for data science and one goes for machine learning. The data preparation also consists of cleaning the data and performing most of the ETL operations. So for example, if we have a BI application and that data need to be shared for machine learning, that is data science. So the technology communication is always a problem. For example, if Amazon Kafka, Apache Kafka need to communicate with Amazon SageMaker or Azure ML Studio, MATLAB, so it will be always difficult to connect. So in order to solve this problem, the communication between various applications, data lakehouse architecture comes into picture. The data lake has structured data, unstructured, and semi-structured. which goes to data lake. And from data lake we have two streaming lines. One is for data preparation and validation, and one is for ETL, which goes to data warehouse. And from ETL it goes to real-time database, and from that it goes to BI application for reporting. And from data preparation and validation, that is the cleaning process of data, it goes to machine learning and data science. So data lake house architecture helps to solve various problems. So it is one of the trending architecture of the recent years. So that's all for this lecture. See you in the next video.